What's up guys, I'm Newbie Dave and welcome to the Weekend Update. Let's get started. How's it going everybody? Are y'all ready to finish this amazing tower that we built last time? Last time we just did the outside of this thing and today is all about the inside. So we're going to decorate this thing, we're going to get ready to move in some new villagers. It's going to be amazing. Now, one thing I need to do really quick before we get started is I realized after recording that episode that this side with the door and this side with the door don't match. And I think I like the other side better. This one's a little bit taller. And so I'm going to fix that really fast. I just need to take out these blocks, move this stair down a little bit like that, and then put another stair right there. Do the same thing on this side, and then we'll put some cobblestone behind it. And bada bing, bada boom, it is fixed. So now both sides match, and I like this a lot better. It's less like, rawr, I'm a big scary wall. I don't know. Yeah. All right, so let's get decorating on the inside of this thing. So kind of like what I did with the outside, I'm going to do this in phases. So I'll do the bottom level first, and once we get this level all decorated the way that I want, then we'll move to sort of the middle section, and then we'll move to the very, very top. So down here, I want this to have kind of a library-ish feel to it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get some oak, and I'm going to use actually a couple of pistons on the floor, which will make sense later, and some crafting tables, and what else? I'm going to get some bookshelves for decoration. So yeah, first let's take out this yucky stone and dirt floor, and we're just going to fill in the whole thing with oak planks. You can see I still have all that blue wool from where I outlined it, because I didn't bother digging it up, because, I mean, why? So as it turns out, this is actually going to bother me for some reason. I didn't think it would, but it does. So I'm going to go ahead and reclaim all this blue wool, and I'm going to just fill it in with dirt or stone or something. Now my original thoughts with this floor was to make it sunken. So I was going to do stairs around the outside and then just slabs on the bottom half of the inner blocks. I thought that would look really cool. But as I started playing around with it in a creative mode, it didn't quite work out. With other things that I wanted to do in this build, it really all needs to be the same level, because I want to have carpet and I want to throw in some other things. So that's why I'm just going to do just regular oak planks for the entire floor. And then in the corners, I'm actually going to take out these pieces and put in crafting tables. That's going to be both functional and decorative, because now we can have a crafting table in here that we can use, but it's also going to add just a little pattern to the floor. And then we're going to the corner of that, put in a piston. So we're going to do that in all four corners, so you get something like this. And like I said, it's both functional and decorative. I always like to have a little crafting table in each of my builds, so that if I'm in here for some reason and need to make something, I don't have to leave and go somewhere else. And then the pistons are also decorative, but they're actually going to end up being functional. At least one of them will later, which I'll show you. In the corners over here, I'm just going to go ahead and put in some bookshelves. For one of these, I'm going to put in a chest. And then we'll just do some more bookshelves, something kind of like this. Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to do some more bookshelves on the other side. And I just kind of do any sort of random pattern you want, like this. Yeah, that's good. And then we're also going to throw in some paintings. And so we'll do a painting here. There's really only two paintings that are 1x2 like this, and the other one is some stupid clown. So all my 1x2 paintings in the world are basically just going to be this dude in black. I'll throw a painting in over here. Sure, why not? I like that one. And then we'll do just, stuff to make it look a little bit more homey. Yeah, it's looking good. So this is like our library. This looks really nice. I'm going to move these, because one of these has the thing I need in it. Because inside and around my beacon, I'm going to go ahead and put down some carpet. And I like this pattern of orange and red, and then on the outside we'll do some yellow. It creates this sort of flame, sun, starburst kind of effect. Yeah, it really brightens up this room. I like it. And then the last little bit of detail for this section is on each of these spruce logs hanging down, we're going to put a chain and a lantern. So this will be the lighting for this room. And then we can get rid of these torches. So one of the nice things about this build is all the stuff that I did on the outside to add some detail and decoration also shows up on the inside and actually looks really good in here. So I didn't really have to do a whole lot with the ceilings or the walls or anything. It just kind of works. So that's more or less it for this bottom section. I may come in and do some pressure plates on the floors here and from the door so that they automatically close behind you, but for now I'll just close them on my own. Moving to the middle section, what I'm going to do is put some stairs up against the roof right here, and we're going to skip the windows, and instead over the windows we'll just do a slab like this. And then sticking out one more level in front of all those stairs, we're going to do a slab on the top half. So it's going to create this sort of balcony or walkway up on top there where we can get up on top of. And now we need a way to actually get up there. So I spent a lot of time trying to decide how I'm going to get up and down within this tower, because normally with a tower like this or any sort of vertical structure, I like to do one of those water columns where you just hop in and get shot up to the top, and then another column where you drop and there's some water at the bottom. So it just makes it very quick and easy to get up and down. That didn't really fit in with this build, and because it's wider at the bottom than in the middle or the top, just having a single column to put a ladder didn't really work either. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to knock out this slab right here, and we're going to replace that stair with just a whole block, a solid block. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 cobblestone coming down like that, and we'll put ladders on these. And so it's not going to come all the way down to the floor, because if it came all the way down to the floor, then you'd have this little corner back here that you couldn't get to, and it would just look kind of weird. And so that's as far down as it's going to go. But hey, we can't reach the ladder from here. That's where the pistons come in. So check this out. I'm going to make an oak button. We'll throw the button right here, and then when we want to get to the ladder, stand on the piston, hit the button, and now we can reach it. So this will allow us to get up here. I actually need to remove this block because it's now in the way. And fortunately, that doesn't expose the outside, so we're good. We can just remove each of these and we're okay. So now for this middle section, we need some more ladders to go up to the top. And so we're just going to do this right here in this middle wall. And this will take us up to the top of this little cobblestone area. And up here, what I want to do is I'm going to do, let me see, I need some cobblestone stairs, and some cobblestone slabs. We're going to do cobblestone, cobblestone, cobblestone. We'll leave this one open so we can get in. And then we're going to do upside down cobblestone stairs going all the way around this thing, including where the ladder, in front of the ladder. So we'll do a stair there. So if we go back down a little ways and look up, it creates this really cool effect. So from the bottom, when you look up, that's what you see. Now I want to do something else with this, because up here, we're going to put the floor for the top level right here. So there's really going to be a pretty small little space here where there's not going to be much we can do. So what I want to do is I'm going to knock out this block, and we're going to put a slab right there below it. And then inside of there, we're going to put a secret chest. So we'll put a chest there, and then we're going to put a trap door on top of it. And so you can get to it, and there's a little chest in there. I don't know that I'll ever actually use it. It's for decoration. So now we'll go back down below that, and just to make all the other sides match, we'll do a cobblestone slab there, and there. Yeah, got it. Okay. There. So now they all match, and you can't tell that there's a chest there unless you come up and actually open the little trapdoor. It's just for fun. So I'm going to throw some dark oak slabs on the very top of these stone bricks, and this is going to be the floor for the very top level. And of course we're going to leave that middle section open so that the beacon can shine through. And then I'm also going to leave this little gap open, and so this is how we are going to get up. We'll just do a little bit more ladders, and this will take us up to the very top. Now this is where the villagers are going to go, and even though they are smart enough to stay away from holes that they could drop through, I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of glass there, because I'm not. I might come up here and fall through and get hurt. So I'm going to put a piece of glass there. If we go back down now, because I did this in slabs, the glass is sticking out, and so I'm just going to put some more slabs around this part. And maybe there as well. Actually, you know what? I'm going to nix the slabs. I'm just going to do planks for the whole thing. It looks weird for some of it to be slabs and some of it to be planks. There we go. So now we've basically just got this little crawl space, and there's not really much that we can do in here, except I am going to throw in some cobwebs because, you know, nobody's ever really going to come up here, and so it's going to get dirty, right? But I'm going to keep them away from the ladders because I don't want to step into a cobweb. And then we'll just throw a torch in here so it stays lit up, and yeah, now it looks like a nice little attic-y crawl space. That's about all we can do with this. Now before we go up, let me come back down and do one more thing. Now that we have this floor here, and it's basically a floor, right? I'm gonna get my chains and lanterns, and we're gonna have a chain that hangs down, let's go pretty far, like down to here, and we'll hang a lantern on it. And we'll do one on the other side as well. So not only is this going to look really cool, especially from down here, you can look up and see these lanterns hanging down from the ceiling, but it's also going to provide enough lighting for that middle section so that hopefully we won't get any spawns. So now we can come all the way up to the very top section, and I believe all of these stone bricks right here are not exposed to the outside. So I'm going to replace all of these with dark oak planks, and that way the entire floor is all the same texture, all the same material. So one thing I want to do, just like I put the glass here so that I wouldn't fall through, I also want to put some glass on top. I don't think that we'll ever get any mob spawns up here, but I didn't really put any effort into mob proofing the roof. And so it's possible we could get a spawn up here, and it's possible that it could fall through. So just to avoid that, I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of glass right here, and that way nothing's getting in or out of this upper room. Now let's talk about the ceiling here. This is going to be a little bit tricky because we've got the shaft of light coming up through the bottom. I guess we can, yeah, let's block it off for a little bit because with the light shining through the bottom, it makes it very hard to see. That's better. Now, because we have this hole in the top, I kind of want to like build off of that. Since there's going to be an opening right in the middle, I don't want this flat ceiling. I want something that kind of goes up to that opening. So here's what I want to do. Let's start with solid plank there and then slabs on top. So I've got something like this. It's going to create these little, I guess, hallways or openings that we could fill in. I'm not going to bother filling them in, so I'm just going to throw a torch in each one to make sure that no spawns happen in here, and then we're just going to close these up. So we'll go ahead and close these up with planks, and then for the corners, maybe we do, let's see, let's do solid blocks in the corners like that. Let's actually throw a slab underneath each of those, and then maybe we do something like this. Yeah, and then we'll just throw in another plank at the top. So we've got this opening in the middle. Let's go down, break our scaffolding, and take a look. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. You know, I said I like it, and now I'm going to change it. I want to lower these corners ever so much. So let me actually break those and replace them with full planks like that, and then we'll do slabs in the middle. It was just sticking up a little bit too high, so that looks really good. That looks really, really good. I like it. Now we can go break that plank in the middle. And boom, love it. Love it, love it. Alright, so now decorating this upstairs area, this should go pretty straightforward. I'm going to put some beds over here. We'll throw a bookshelf in between. And I think on that bookshelf I want to put a little flower pot. I love decorating with flower pots. I think they bring, I don't know, they make the room more cozy instead of just having a bunch of other random blocks in there. And then I'm going to put the workstations in front of the windows over here. And I don't think I've ever talked about the villager types I'm going to bring in here. So I want to have a lectern, and so we're going to get a librarian. And then I'm also going to do a brewing stand for a cleric. And I want to put this brewing stand on some crying obsidian. I love the crying obsidian. I meant to use some of this stuff in my zombifier build and completely forgot. So I'm going to throw it in here. And then we'll just surround these with bookshelves because, I mean, this tower is kind of our library. And so bookshelves, they're going to be all over the place. Both of these professions, they're very eggheady, very well-educated professions. And so, of course, they're going to have lots of bookshelves everywhere. I'm going to put a temporary block up here. We'll throw a painting above the bed. Yeah, that's a good one. And then I think I'm just going to put a single chest over in this corner. This wall is kind of bare. I'm going to go ahead and leave it bare because this is the corner where we come up, so I don't want it to be too cluttered. And then we need some lighting. So since this is kind of a small room, I'm not going to worry about chains or anything, but I'm going to hang some lanterns in each of these corners. And then finally, we will surround the glass where the beacon's coming through with some magenta carpet. I thought about doing purple carpet since we've got purple beds, but with the purple beds and the crying obsidian and purple carpet, I think it would have been too much. So yeah, there's the little living space where the villagers are going to live. So now, how are we going to move the villagers in here? Well, obviously, we're going to bring them in through a window. And bringing them in through the window, it sure beats trying to get them up through this tower. This tower is not friendly for moving villagers. So we're just going to build a rail system that comes up to this window, and we'll just push them through with a minecart. Alright, so there's our ugly little rail system that's snaking its way all the way up to the top of the tower. Now, for the villagers, I went ahead and already got my cleric and librarian villager and bound them to their workstations before the episode. So I've got my cleric over here. Yeah, cleric, he's already bound. And I've got my librarian. Now, I moved him into the zombifier and went ahead and zombified him a couple of times to get his prices down because I got another mending villager. I'm a little annoyed that this only took like 5 attempts to get mending this time. It didn't take me like half an hour like the last time with my first mending villager. And even then, it was originally 20 emeralds for a book of mending. That's not bad. I probably would have kept that even without going through this process. But I mean, look at that. Mending for 1 emerald? You can't beat that. So we'll move our mending villager up there first. So let me turn this on and shoot him in there. And off he goes. Hopefully this is enough oomph to get him all the way up to the top. It looks like it is. All right, and then like with all of our previous builds, we're just going to leave him in his minecart so that he doesn't wander off. And then I'll go back and get the second one. There we go. And we'll give this guy a little boost, and off he goes. So I will meet him at the top. I'm going to take the ladder. I don't have my feather falling armor, so I've got to be really careful, and this is a much safer way to get up to the top. Oh, hello there. Alright, so we'll break these. I had to replace the stone stair that was here because you can't put rails on stairs. And so we'll put that back, facing the right direction. We'll put the window back, and now we can let these guys out. And they are home. I'm going to quickly make sure that they bound to the right workstations. Because I think I had another librarian over in the little villager farm. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Okay, yeah, he bound to that one, and we'll make sure that you are bound to this one. Beautiful, and we'll also make sure that they're bound to the correct beds. There we go. Okay, I know what the problem was. I forgot to break his bed back at the villager farm, so I think he was still bound to that one. And with that, we're done. We are done with this. Oh, no, wait. There's one more thing I want to do. So I forgot, the last thing I want to do is, you may notice this tower, the placement that I chose, it's kind of right in the middle of this road that is leading from my storage building to the back half of the base. That was intentional. I didn't put this here and then realize, oh no, now I'm cutting off the road. What I want to do is actually build like a little flowery garden area around it, kind of like we did over here. Wow, that whole thing filled in with grass. I thought I put some... I need to come back and put some coarse dirt in there. Anyways, something like this, but all the way around this tower, and then the road is actually going to split, and it's going to go around the tower as well. Now, we don't have a whole lot of space here, so I won't be able to have a very big garden, but that's the plan. So let me throw this together really quick, and then we can call this thing done. And there we have it, our new little walkway slash garden around this beautiful tower. Really brings it together. I forgot to put some lanterns on top here. We'll do that, and we'll come around here. I didn't want to replace the nether blocks there for the path, so it cuts through. That's fine. And I only brought the path around a little bit because I don't know what I want to do over here yet. Like I may put something over here, in which case the path needs to turn. So I only brought it a little bit of the way around each side. but you can see where the path is going to go when we continue in either direction. I did go ahead and put some pressure plates inside because I was just leaving these doors open and it was driving me nuts. Come out the other side, we've got this beautiful path that leads up to the storage building. This thing just looks so good. I am really happy with how this turned out. And I think it's a really good centerpiece for this space, especially as we get some other builds. We're going to put something up here. We're going to put something back in this little nook over here. We're eventually going to clean this up. We'll probably put like the fishing villager over here with a little fishing cabin. And so this is just a really nice centerpiece to bring all these different sides of the base together. And with that, we are finally done with this amazing tower. I am so happy with how this thing turned out. It looks beautiful. It's a really good addition to this base, and I'm loving it. So I hope you guys loved it too. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're enjoying this series. If so, please hit that like button, and please subscribe while you're down there so you'll get notified of future episodes as they come out. Thanks y'all, and have a great day.